Yeah, the cassette tape emulator, yeah, it has all types of stuff. Skips, like tape stops. The thing sounds sick, and it's free. Download it. What is it? This company called Wave something. Just Google cassette transport, and you get this thing's a free download. At least it was. I got it a few years ago. Yeah. So I like this track, man. It's a vibe. It's chill. I wasn't thinking about anything when I made it. Um, I think it started from this contact library that I just mentioned, Cycles. I found this preset. What's the preset called? Copycat. And then I had this loop, this sample in my freaking huge library of samples. And I layered them together. And of course, I like dirty sounding stuff. I want it to sound like it's made in someone's basement or bedroom. So I put this static in there with that cassette emulator so it can like start and stop and click. See? Um, and then I bring in almost everything at once. Like you got the drum break comes in. We'll break that down, and then this. It's another Cycles preset. It's called bowed movements. It's like a cello, like someone slapped a cello or like chopped it up. It just sounds kind of psychedelic. It's cool. Along with this, they just complement each other really well. And then I brought in these really simple chords. I think there's 7. They're like power chords. It's just the 1 and the 7, the 1 and the 5. I love that, dude. And the bass follows it. I love simple stuff like that. It brings me back to jamming, dude. Jamming with this dude, BW Foss, back in the day. But so those chords, I used a Rhodes from Keyscape. I think from Keyscape, yeah. Oh, it's this Pianette. Pianet T mellow noise. And a saw from Omnisphere. Oh, just a wavetable. Saw square bright. Layered them together to get this sound. And one thing you can do that I like to do when I use those single wavetable, simple like digital synths is I'll automate the shape and the filter. So if you look in the bottom left hand corner, you see how it moves around? It sounds like a real synthesizer, like someone's playing a synth and messing with the filter, and it's not so stale. Layered with the bass. It's just a supporting act, you know. There's a lot going on with these arpeggios on top, so it just kind of lays the background. And then the breaks that come in, you got a classic break. And I just layered that with some more modern sounding drums so that, you know, it's hitting like a modern track would. Real easy, like cashmere kick, Noisia sound pack stuff, and I just enhanced the groove that's already there. I was keeping it real simple. A ride comes in on the B part. And then the hook, I really like the hook, man. There's as this verse ends, I automated all this garbage. Yeah, if you look here, Infiltrator's doing work. It's like a skipping CD thing. Creates a cool transition effect. And then the drums kind of blow up into this weird pattern I programmed. Yeah, I like this pattern a lot. I think I don't know what started it. There's this violin percussion sound. I put tons of stuff on it, man. Effects tricks. This is what it started out as. Like why I chose that, no idea. And then I threw this effects tricks preset on Drummer's Lab. And that must be what I started with, because that's the groove. And then I put some EQ on it to control the highs and the lows. Put some standard clip on it so that it'll sit in there a little better because it's a percussion thing. You know, catch some of those peaks. Another EQ. Doling some of the highs now. We don't want it fighting with the snare. Around 25K, it can get pretty harsh with digital music. CLA 3A. These 3A emulators are great for percussion. And then it's a messy sound, so I just sidechained it to the kicks. Bam. If you need a good sidechain, screenshot this. This thing is clean. These settings are clean. And then the end result is this. And then so I solidified the groove with a kick and a snare, or two different kicks. And then I guess maybe I built off this drum loop. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly, but I have this snare. Yeah, I must have built off of this. But I don't know how this violin thing came about. Just chance, I guess. And then 16th note hi-hats. Swinging a little bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And straight down the line. Well, not straight down the line. It's swinging some. But no crazy fills or anything. And then some weird percussion on top. If you guys have the Plugin Alliance bundles, if any of you guys have Plugin Alliance bundles, this thing is there's a preset called Drum Kit Clipper. Screenshot that. It's great for clipping percussion, getting it to sit in the mix a little better. You gain a lot of loudness, and it reduces gain a lot. The character is awesome. I'll show you before and after. See how it's way louder? I did similar processing to the last percussion thing. The only difference is this Alicia character thing. But all together. Then on the beat part, I added some hi-hats. What are these? They're rolling some 909 hi-hats. Great touch, actually. Can't go wrong with a 909 making this type of music. I don't know. This is definitely Aphex Twin inspired. I want it to sound like it's made, like I said, in someone's basement on a sampler. So it's pretty repetitive. And so one thing I like to do, which is kind of counterintuitive to modern music because people have no attention span, is I'll put vocals at the end. So it's like it introduces a new element. I don't know. I just like doing that. I feel like it's a nice surprise if you actually listen to music to the end. Yeah, so I started with this vocal from Splice, actually. Baby, I want you up my and I think I stretched it out, pitched it down 6. So this is. Baby, I want you up my baby, I want you up my. Yeah, I stretched it out, pitched it down. Baby, I want you up my and then Famous Infiltrator, put that on. Low Wash is the preset. Now it's sounding like Burial, you know. And then the telephone effect, so that the drums and the bass have room. Cheap telephone effect. A lot of plugins you'll buy, this is all it's doing. Cutting everything up to, usually it goes even higher. It goes up to like 900, 700. Where was I? It's like 300. Yeah, 400. Telephone effect. Some compression. LA2A. More dirt and grime. Love Decapitator. And then some soothe, just to help with the fighting in the low mids, like the D shadow. I used a preset called Vocal D shadow, and it kind of helps sit with everything else. And then you just bring in everything I just showed you. And then if your music is kind of repetitive like this, but it's this genre that kind of leads or leans in that direction, you can get away with just changing up fills. You know, like there's a lot of weird fills in this. If you look here, I have Infiltrator turn on a couple times right here. Yeah, I'll show you how I did that. That's a good tip. So let's say you have a drum pattern programmed and you like it, but it's like, oh man, this is dance music. I don't want to change the whole pattern, you know, but I need to keep the listener engaged somehow. You know, one way is on the last bar, have it mutate. One way to do it is, you know, you have your drum bus, throw Infiltrator on it, and automate so it turns on the last bar. And there's tons of presets that are just fills, little fills. You have that work with like a filter, have auto filter turn on and have the resonance do something, have it drop in frequency, like have the frequency go down and up again. Great ear candy. And you can do it different on each one. And like on this beat part, I cut out the lows completely. Like I just filter out the drums, let the top line shine for a while. Yeah, see how automating those effects can really make a repetitive song stay interesting. Because if you look here on my auto filter, it kicks on. It's on here. It's cutting out almost everything. Like it starts here. The drums are gone, and they slowly went away. And then a great way to grab the listener's attention is to bring them in abruptly at the turnaround right here. Yeah, and I had the resonance jump up, the filter jump down, so it's like a and you could put that on anything, in any type of music, and it's already in your DAW, more effective than most expensive plugins, and it's just a great, easy effect to keep things interesting. Have a good night, bro. Thanks for stopping by. Fun track, man. This was one I sat down on an afternoon like this in this spot and it just came out. This is the best way to make music. No thinking, my opinion. I didn't even cut out the ghost on this one. I think I was using Goldfoss heavy at this time. I was 3% isn't that heavy, but my mastering process was the same that I showed you a little bit ago. Pretty much the same. I was using Soothe a lot more back then. But this track probably calls for it because those older breaks can be kind of loud. So let's see. God Particle. We have some glue on there. No inflator this time. I think I had it on there. I ended up taking it off. It sounded better without it. And then ear-friendly top on the master. I personally like the Sooth presets because I like to turn them on and mess with the depth. Keep it simple, stupid. Has dynamics, man. It's hitting pretty loud, more than loud enough for the type of music it would be played along with. I'm happy with how this one turned out. I didn't tell you guys what bass I used. Oh wait, no I did. It was this Excellent Sounds Batters. Just a real low sub, and I threw R bass on it. Some decapitator, and then simple EQ curve. This particular pack, I don't have tons of their stuff, but I'm always finding good sounds in their Skrillex pack. I think it's called Quest for Bass. Shout out those guys. I like that stuff. I don't have to do anything to it. It's just good already. My drum bus, similar to my other ones. Yeah, this Lindell SBC from Plugin Alliance. These are my settings. Not tons of compression, but there's some. Hey, this is licensed. I need to update my stuff, but we have Studer on there, Oxford inflator. You should screenshot these if you're watching this, guys, because if you rebuild this, even with different plugins, you're gonna get decent results. I have like 2 buses I've been using for 18 months, and I make little tweaks to them, and I'll save them and update them. But like these are great, and I can't stress enough. If you, let's say you don't want to spend a lot of money on plugins, you could remake this in Ableton. It would be good, but for $15 a month, Plugin Alliance, you have access to professional stuff that is like sounding great. You get black box with all these presets. It's the Lindell SBC compressor. Awesome presets. And like, you're there, dude. My EQ, cutting out a little, around 200, and then also damping the snare and the kick, lows and the highs. That limiter's not even doing anything. It's just there in case I feel like it. One thing I like to do to keep repetitive drums interesting There's more automation is to automate the mix knob on some reverb, and it really helps with transitions. You hear that? Always good. A nice delay, outro, and that's it, man. Track's called Reason. It's on streaming. It's on my YouTube. These are the sounds. You can download the sounds on my Patreon, on my Discord. Hop on there. There's free stuff on there too. And thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys next week. Later.